Voice actor Héctor Ireta returns in the worst possible way.
He keeps sharing that video because it's his only success. Let him tell me what other things, or you guys little sheep tell me, in what other important videos has someone like him appeared. I don't know how many days of fame he had, but honestly, I've already had more than 15 days with you all. Because honestly, I already had recognition in my field and in my specialty.
In case you don't remember him, Héctor Ireta is the voice actor who got cancelled for saying, "Hi."
Nice to meet you. What's your name?
I thought you knew. No.
But it's so that no?
No, but well, just as advice. It's just to be appreciated. No?
But it's for introducing yourself.
And well, after this, people brutally cancelled him. The guy didn't know how to handle the situation to the point that this is already the 4th video we've dedicated to him. We'll react to the Chismecito Rico channel.
You embrace the backlash, you hate the backlash, everyone is the problem except you. The situation with Héctor Ireta is quite concerning. All the characters he has dubbed throughout his career are making him go through what now looks like a psychotic episode that will never end.
Are you in a battle against a rock?
Well, I don't know. I've seen that now. They've even compared me to a potato, but never to a rock. Yes, it's on TikTok. It's the battle for likes with the rock. I saw it and it's pretty close.
If I were a rock, I'd be the Philosopher's Stone since it grants immortality.
Everyone makes fun of me, even the street cat. Bart, get rid of that cat.
Alright then.
And that yellow flower. In every interview, she presents a new version of the facts. She agrees with Arnold, her close friend. She reminds Armin that he is the protagonist of this anime. The choo-choo machine is on his side. The confidence his friends give him is what makes him think that we, the sheep, aimless remoras, are wrong, and he is absolutely right.
Here's the funny part. He calls all his critics sheep and still refuses to admit his mistake. Unbelievable.
No, I said it clearly. I don't need anything to tell you you're aimless. I'll say it again, you're aimless. I used to call you a flock of sheep, but that's too harsh, so now you're my little remoras.
The meteoric rise to fame of the world's most recognized voice actor is becoming dangerous for his mental health, as he has the misfortune of being cast as the villain in a poorly told story. In every interview, Héctor starts to ramble. His stories change in every setting. The only constant is that he is always the hero, the victim, the good guy, a man with a huge heart whose only mistake was trying to teach a lesson to someone who was terribly rude. After sharing the fable that only existed in his head, where an endless line of admirers patiently waited to greet him. They are convincing him that the TikToker who put him on the map intended to cancel him from the very first moment he saw him.
That's true. I mean, Héctor Ireta claims that the guy who interviewed him was actually trying to cancel him. Unbelievable.
There's no more evidence than that video where they ask him, "What's your name?" And with an arrogant attitude, he rejects the interview, insisting that there was a previous approach when he was very busy. The crowd was rushing toward him. He had a long line at his place. Immediately after, his now worst enemy, seeing he was no longer busy, approaches with the camera on without saying a word, describing him as a man without decency who also did not introduce himself to the royalty of dubbing. Although everyone paints him as the villain, the reality, according to his version, is that no one noticed the body language and tone of voice of the disrespectful interviewer. His movements, tone of voice, and attitude were those of an arrogant man ready to cancel him with a single video, devising a Machiavellian plan to humiliate him and reopen that childhood wound for not knowing his name.
And this person already knew he was out to get him canceled from the very beginning. He was so clearly trying to get him canceled that he didn't even introduce himself or say, "Hi friends, I'm so-and-so." And you don't want to see that about body language or vocal cues. He was already out to get him cancelled.
Incredible. Look guys, that's just the format of those interviews. That's how it is. They grab someone, come up to you and say, "Hi, what's your name?" You tell them your name. "My name is Héctor Ireta, voice actor, blah." It's nonsense, it's ridiculous. That's just the format.
And that's exactly it. And believe me, I could accept mistakes, but there was no mistake here. On the contrary, he was actually quite rude and pretty clownish.
I mean, speaking of clowns, unbelievable.
He keeps sharing that video because it's the only video that's been successful. Let him tell me what other things, or you guys little sheep tell me in what other important videos he has been in or has appeared. Hey, get out! This is my house!
Oh my god, Brian, what happened? Who did this? You did this to him, you damn idiot.
His power as an established artist is such that he claims he made that TikToker from scratch. He gave him followers, recognition, and fame to a complete nobody. The only successful video on that account was the fourth one, which they posted to encourage hate towards him. It had nothing to do with his attitude or the way he treated a fan.
Although it's just crazy. I'm telling you, this guy is claiming that they set him up. I mean, that the whole thing was planned from the very beginning. It's just unbelievable.
He constantly describes himself as an extraordinary person who doesn't feel like an anime character or superior to anyone at all. And he defines the audience as a bunch of sheep incapable of analyzing that he behaved perfectly the whole time. In his version, everyone conspired to cancel him. The incident did make him more famous, but he already had an enviable career behind him, once again listing his achievements and fantasies to magnify the figure of a guy whose name isn't even known in his own home.
About, hi, nice to meet you, what's your name? That's why I thought you already knew. And yeah, it was so intense at first, so now he's going to give me the big introduction or say something. Like now he changes his perspective about me because of a guy who only had, I don't know how many days of fame he had, but right now I've had more than 15 with you all. Because
I admit, more than 15 days of being cancelled. I could swear it was more, but oh well. Look, while it's true, Héctor Ireta has voiced many iconic characters that are part of popular culture, well, people only know his voice. The vast majority of people actually don't know him. They don't know his face. They don't know his name. Yes, probably his voice, but the name Héctor Ireta, the vast majority had never heard the name Héctor Ireta. And actually, that's part of the point. I mean, in the first video we made about him, there were a lot of people saying they'd never heard his name in their life. Well, there you have it.
that I had in my field and in my specialty. I don't know if we're going to stop following him. On the contrary, I think I've gained a lot of followers on TikTok. Thank you so much, because there are a lot of people who just follow trends, and there are a lot of people who are like, oh, that's great, because now we found him here on TikTok. Again, social media didn't make me. I made myself through hard work and perseverance. If I were a bad person, and not just because people say so either, I wouldn't have given away audio recordings of their favorite character for more than 2 years.
His fame, his essence, and that incomparable charisma, embracing the controversy, asking for the party to go on, and then showing up crying in a statement promising lawsuits against those who made his life miserable, brought him to Luisito Rey's space. There, he once again forgot that it's thanks to that TikToker he wants to see behind bars. He's being invited to different spaces to try to even out the competition he's involved in, against a rock that threatens to surpass his number of followers on social media, in an attempt to look cool.
About that joke, it's an important topic. People created a TikTok account for a rock to surpass Héctor Ireta in followers, and they did it. I think they even tripled his numbers. Just imagine.
Awkward and trying to be funny, Héctor kept smiling and making jokes that only caused cringe. His overbearing attitude constantly betrayed him, calling himself Lord Oblaje, the greatest, the most important, the most recognized, confessing that he didn't get angry. His humor, even more forced than his smile, was obvious. While he made everyone on set uncomfortable, they wondered why they didn't call him Héctor during the interview to avoid reaching this point.
But don't you know who I am?
Who?
I'm Lord Oblaya. Oh, I thought you did know. Did you know this? No, girl, no. Yes, it's me, so you can recognize me. Mr. Clean, here comes Julio Regalado. And well, yeah, how could I not get mad when they ask me, hey, what's your name? Well, how could I not cry from...
Pathetic. Feeling superior, he took the opportunity to once again criticize the convention organizers for the terrible event planning and insult the audience, whom he considers a bunch of sheep. Héctor reiterated that he will never offer an apology, not even
an event he actually wasn't invited to. He offered himself, he wrote to them like, hey, I'd like to go to your event and blah blah blah. And well, in the end they told him, okay, come.
Of the game. He doesn't care that the hangers-on don't know his name, since high-profile people like producers, businessmen, and directors know exactly who he is. And in his empty life, that's the only thing that matters.
Decide if you know me or not. For almost a month, you've been getting to know me or talking about me, but then you say you don't know me. How would you know me? We don't work together. You're not businessmen, directors, or actors. I have a theory.
Only businessmen recognize him. But anyway, let's hope this is the last time we have to talk about Héctor Ireta, although honestly, I didn't think there would be a fourth video. And here we are. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much and see you next time.